And welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Tracy and today I'm going to do another Wegovy update. So I think I'm around about month 11 now into the weight loss management programme through the NHS, and I am on the 2.4 milligrams. I've been on this one for quite a while now, and I'm not gonna lie, it is totally kicking my butt. It has been a long, hard slog for me, and I feel like I'm finally coming to the end of how much more I can take of it. The nausea is absolutely terrible. It is constantly, all day, every day, most times. It's hard to describe the nausea. If you've ever been pregnant, it's a bit like that morning sickness feeling, but it's also a really weird feeling in that if you're a person that suffers from anxiety, you get those butterfly feelings in your stomach. Your stomach feels really knotty and you feel sick. It's a bit like that. You just constantly feel like that all day. Now, I've heard that can cause anxiety as well, so I don't know if it's a mixture of both going on. It's hard to work out if it's just all nausea or if it is anxiety going on as well. I mean, I've got nothing in particular in my life to be anxious about, so yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm coming to the end of my tether with feeling like this. It has been months now, and I don't know how much I can take of it. So much so that when it come to taking my last jab, which was yesterday, I took the decision to microdose. I know some people say you shouldn't do it, but there's a lot of people that do it. My daughter-in-law's done it for 2 years successfully. So instead of taking the full dose, I took half the dose, and then in another 4 days I'm going to take the other half of the dose and see if that has, see if it reduces the nausea feeling. So last week, the feeling was so bad that for 3 days all I ate was a tuna sandwich and 2 yogurts. And by the 4th day, I was really having to tell myself, look, you've got to eat, otherwise you're not going to be getting any nutrients in you. So yeah, it is. Some days it's just really hard to face any food at all. I recently went on holiday and I took the decision, as the injection was due on the day I was going on holiday, and I'd been feeling so bad that week. In fact, I think I'd actually been sick as well that week, which was a first. I took the decision not to take it and then take it the following Friday when I got back off my holiday. And I felt like a new woman on holiday. It was fantastic. The nausea subsided and it was brilliant. It's been a long time since I felt like that. So for anybody who thinks that this is the easy way to lose weight, I can tell you it certainly isn't. Even right back in the beginning, when the nausea weren't as bad, I was still having to calorie count and watch every calorie. Otherwise, I wouldn't have lost any weight, I don't think. But in general, I've lost every week. I haven't had any gains throughout the 11 months. I don't tend to calorie count now as much as I did, purely because with the nausea being worse, some days I'm eating very little. So I figure that it's going to, sort of even itself out throughout the week. So I can stay, like I said, I am on the maximum dose, but apparently I can stay on this weight loss program for 2 years. So I can keep receiving the injections for 2 years. So now that all depends on how I'm feeling as to, like I say, how much longer I'm going to stay on it. But ideally, I'd like to stay on it for the whole of the time. Microdosing or moving down a dose and just losing the last bit of weight I've got to lose really gradually over the next year. So in total now, I've lost about 6 stone. So I think I was around about 20 and a half stone, and I'm now about 14 and a half stone. So I'm really pleased with that. I couldn't have done it on my own. I've really struggled since perimenopause to lose any weight, no matter which diet I've done. But please, if you are thinking of starting Wegovy, don't let it, my experience put you off. Overall, it's been a life-changing experience for me. Like I said, I couldn't have lost this weight on my own, and I'm so much fitter and healthier than I was, before I started. I just got into the pre-diabetic stage before I started, and I'm now well out of that. So that's gone. I can practically run up the stairs, whereas I couldn't hardly walk up the stairs before. I used to hate walking because it was such a struggle, but now I enjoy walking. So yeah, the side effects can be different for everybody. So yeah, don't let it put you off. I've seen a lot of people over on social media because of the price hikes, they've been switching over from the Monjaro to the Wegovy, and they're saying that they're not losing weight like they were before. Now I'd say stick with it. For me, I found that the effects were as good until I moved a lot higher up in the doses. So yeah, just keep moving up and stick with it. I'm evidence that it does work, and it can work. It does work in different ways, granted. You do have those food noises, whereas on Monjaro you don't. But most of the time, you just look at food and think, ugh. It just, food doesn't appeal to you. You just eat it for the sake of eating it. It's very, very rare I fancy anything. I think the only thing I'm really fancying is roast dinners. Everything else I look at and I'm like, oh no, I can't face that. I'm literally just eating food, to survive. Anyway, I'll stop waffling for today. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.